Hello everyone, very good evening and welcome back to another session of Python interview preparation, and hope you're having great time watching this video. And it's like we have started with Python data types, introduction to Python, and we are continuing the flow of different questions related to Python here. So today it's our topic. We want to start with loops. So yesterday, one of our friends, right, he was having a query related to what happens if we give a float number, float as input for an integer, or whatever, what you give as, suppose now I just give one example. If you are writing a number, float can accept even integer values. Float accepts even integer values. So what happens that time, if at all you're giving like 2.0, 3.0, the output might come in 5.0, right? That is not acceptable. Sometimes you say the number of purchases, right? It is 2 purchases. Second purchase is 4. So 4 twos, it will not come as 8. It comes as 8.0, which is not acceptable. So every time we should not keep on cross-checking few things, which will, it is a simple data type which can be adjusted. So that can be focused, giving one particular input, right, using eval function, which is going to solve and help us to give any type of input. It works accordingly. For an instance, if you don't define anything, if you are giving it takes it as a string, and you are trying to apply some kind of arithmetic operations on top of it. So Deepthi cannot be added with 1. Deepthi cannot be added with 2, or it cannot be multiplied because it's an arithmetic operator. So what has to be done? So to put all these things across, without any popping up of any errors, what we can do is we can directly take eval function, which is going to help us in taking any kind of input. So hope that answers your question for the yesterday's, because it was time constraint was there, so we could not explain that. So that was what we thought of explaining yesterday only. Okay, so today we are continuing with our topic, which is loops. So when you take loops, right, loops are something like we have seen the conditional statements, right? If at all I would like to write a program to check if the character is an oval or not, it's just like, you just enter any character, you just give the list of ovals, which is a character data, you put it in the double quotes, and you just check using if condition, using an operator, right? In is an operator now. If you just say a particular character, whatever the user has defined, if it is available in that particular defined list of ovals, please print it is an oval. Else you print it is not an oval. But when it comes to loops, right? Loops in Python, it will allow us to execute group of statements several times. It keeps on like a loop. It goes on, it will be revolving, around the bush, that only. It will complete the required condition and then it will halt. For that sake, the loop can run multiple times, or the loop can halt after certain iterations. So for this, now we have 2 types of loops. One is a for loop and other is while loop. So a for loop is used to execute statements in sequence when you have a defined set. So you say that I want to run it for only 3 different elements. Until that list is completed, it will run. After the number of elements are over in that particular defined list or a dictionary, or it is a set, or it's a string, anything you check, that sequence is completed, for loop will come out of the loop. It will directly print the output. So it has got 2 parts. So the block where the iteration statement is specified, and then there is a body which has to be executed once after every iteration. So this is it has to enter into that loop. You give a condition, then that condition is correct, it will give you the result. Again, it will iterate till the number of elements are specified here. But the ulta of that is your while loop. So we specify the number of iterations, we already specify that which has to be executed, right? So that is a difference. And while loop will be you have to specify within that particular, when you are creating the loop, when you initiate the condition, right? So for loop syntax takes Boolean condition, initial value of the counting variable, and also the increment of the counting variable. So what you want to increment, right? So I would like to show one particular code, okay? And I want Bharat to give me what would be the output for this.
Yes.
Just give me a second. Let me take the code.
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah, just give me a second. And what is the output of this?
Okay, we are using a while loop.
Yeah.
All right. What I can do is I will execute in my Python machine and then show you the output. Will that be fine?
Yeah, please. This is a text edit, so you are getting here.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at it. Okay. I will skip this. Let me share my screen.
Okay, let me stop it. Yeah.
Please confirm if you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
So the code that you have shared, it says n is equal to 5, right? And then you have started a while loop. Okay, while n, and then we are printing n. You're saying end is equal to, right? So this looks like a simple while loop. Okay, let me execute.
You have missed one statement there.
Mm-hmm.
It has to decrement by 1.
Okay. So it okay. Can you show me the code, please, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. One second, I'm just.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Okay. So it has to it has to decrement by 1. That is, you're saying n is equal to n minus 1. Yeah, got it. Got that. You can stop sharing. N equals, right?
N is equal to 5. That is initiated in the while. So it has to decrement by 1.
1. So I will simply say n minus 1. Okay. Now, if I execute this, like I said, even before we execute multiple lines of code, especially with loops and conditional statement, ensure that the indentation is rightly placed. Indentation is nothing but the set of spaces. Okay. Let me execute this.
Getting connected, I think. Any guesses, friends? What will be the output for this? Even before Bharat is going to execute. If I'm not wrong.
The server is getting initiated.
Okay.
And then I execute. And also, yes, a good opportunity of our viewers on YouTube and other social media platforms can drop in their comments on the
Answer.
output.
Output of this particular question.
Yes.
It should
So
start
the
with
output
4.
that I got is 43210. Is this right, Deepthi? Is this approach
Yeah,
correct?
exactly. Yeah. How would you like to explain it for our viewers?
Yes. So initially we have started with while loops, and even before that we said n is equal to 5, and then we are saying while n, and we need to iterate these number of values by decreasing one number each and every time. Okay.
So n is equal to n minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
N gets printed. So it is 4 got printed.
Correct.
Again, it will go 4 minus 1. 3
It is going back.
Gets printed.
It goes back to, it is an iteration, right? It will look into one object, and then it is decreased decrement by 1, and then it will move to the next value, and it gets decremented by 1 value, so on until 0.
So 0 minus 1 cannot be printed, so it will
Exactly.
stop. It is out of the
So it is starting right from 5 minus 1. Correct? Got the logic?
Yeah.
So that is the logic behind this.
Okay, you can stop your share.
Yes.
So Ashutosh, I have added here for loop along with conditional statements. Output of this.
Even before I start, let me say that you gave a wonderful explanation about the for loops, or for this loops, right in the starting. So that was a very wonderful explanation given by you. I hope the viewers find it very helpful. Now, coming back to the question, so basically what is happening over here, what I'm observing is, you're asking me to run a for loop, and you have said that you are taking the values for the range of 10, like you are taking the values from 1 to 10. And then you are saying I divided by, sorry, percentage of 2. So basically all the values, that will be a percentage of 2, and then you are asking it to print the output, right?
Yes. With,
Okay.
yeah. There are two things what you have to focus here. One is range, one is end, double quotes. There is something there.
Fine. Just let me put up my Google for that. So let me share my screen. Is my screen visible, guys?
Yeah, it's visible. You can continue, Ashutosh. There is a question from our Divya. She says that if n is equal to 5 is the number of iterations, it is not the number of iterations. You have to define what should be n, means where it has to start with. If you don't define that, from where the loop has to start, there is no initialization for that, right? So for loop, that's what I explained to you initially. For loop, you know, like for x in this many number of items you have. You have that scope here like this. Over I in the range of 10 means I should start. It has certain range. It has to start from here. It has to complete from here. But for while it is not like that. You have to define even before you write the loop. Even before you start writing the lines of code. So n is equal to 5 is you are defining a variable n. That variable will be decremented till a condition has reached that there is no other meaningless, like 0 minus 1 is not working. Till that particular point, it will run. Hope that answers your question, Divya.
Yeah, Dipti, I guess this is the answer that you were expecting. So the output that we are getting is 13579.
Yeah, exactly. And in my code, I have 2 space between the codes. That's what I was just giving you a hint also.
So I need to put the, sorry, I did get that.
No,
2 spaces,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, 2 spaces. That's what, these
Yeah.
things will make us,
Exactly.
that's
So
why I have added
there will be some space in between the output. So now if you observe after giving the space, the output between each number, there is a particular gap. So that is why the spacing matters over here.
And also one more thing you have to focus here is range equal to 10 is what we have specified. Python will never take till 10. It's just like,
It will take
yes,
9.
till 10, but not 10. You have to remember like that.
Upper minus 1.
Yeah.
So the last number is always ignored in the Python.
Okay. Great. And yeah. So Ashutosh, I would like to continue with you.
Yeah.
Right. So if at all, I will ask you, just do a dictionary. Right.
Dictionary. Okay.
Find a dictionary and a loop. Your wish, you can use a for or while, but I want you to initialize a dictionary.
Sure. So let me just share my screen. Is my screen visible? Quick confirmation.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you want me to define a dictionary, right?
Yeah.
Let me define a variable over here. I'm giving it a name, say DICT underscore A or whatever name you guys wish to, you can give it. And I'm giving some values over here. Say I want 1 and say colon 1, comma 2, colon 2, and say colon.
Basically, we have discussed data types, friends. The dictionary will be always be having a key and a value pair. Right? So you are separating them with a colon.
Colon. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And you want me to use for
Your wish. I prefer, you have already started with for loop, so you can use for.
Yeah. A dot is print, say E okay. So here we have to use these square brackets.
Yes,
let me
friends.
just check.
Even before you
okay.
check, I would like to tell our viewers, dictionary square brackets key. It is, please try to find out the difference between the square brackets and the parenthesis here. Print is a function, check the parenthesis. Dictionary underscore a key, that is indexing. You are pulling something from the dictionary.
Exactly.
So you have to use the square brackets. That's why Ashutosh is using square.
So this is the answer that we are getting.
Exactly. So see here, friends, for every key in dictionary, it means that you are, can you maximize it a little bit, Ashutosh?
Yeah, just a moment.
Yeah. See here, friends, it is a key and a value pair. We have defined a dictionary. We can use a for loop to pull each iteration. So for loop will run for 1, 2, and 3, it will come out of the loop. There is nothing to print. Okay, right? And you are printing the dictionary, print the key. What is the key here? First, it will go to 1 of 1. So 1 and 1 is printed. So this is my key. Dictionary underscore a of key is my this one. Numerical 1 is dict underscore square brackets key. 2 is my key. It is referring to numerical 2. 3 ends numerical 3. Right? Okay. Thanks, Ashutosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bharat. To continue with you, I want you to use a for loop with else.
Okay.
You can, you have wish, you can take any list or dictionary.
Okay. I will, what I can do is, along with, loops, okay, I'll also have a else statement. Okay.
Which for loop? Okay.
Let me share my screen. Are you able to see my screen, guys? Right. So to continue with loops along with conditional statement, I will start with a for loop. Okay, since we have already seen a while loop, I'll simply say for I in these values, string data, I'm passing these values randomly. Okay. I'll say print I. Followed by a else statement. Get the indentation right. Else print let's say no end. All right.
Okay.
Now, if I execute, so here we have these values. Let me execute.
connecting.
Bharat, we are observing nothing happening on your lab.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. For us, we are still seeing only 2 lines you have written. Yeah. Now I think it is okay.
Is it the same now as well?
No, now it is fine.
Okay. There must be the lag.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Then I'm saying else. Print. Then no end. See, I'm using a for loop, and when it does that, when you're saying for I in A, B, C, D, okay, it will print the range in I, and the end will be A, B, C, D. Else, it will print along with this with no end. Okay.
Yeah.
See, we are specifying these string values as well.
Okay.
So is this approach acceptable, Deepti?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. If we have written n, we have come n. So for I in A, B, C, D, print I, else it has to print no n. Right? So after D is completed, the iterations are over, it is giving you
No
no
end.
n.
Correct.
Okay.
The reason why I went with no end is since I've already gone with n. N.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever we are talking about, loops, right? These are helping us in writing the prime numbers, in printing the tables, right? We have many things which we can do with for loops. So what we have to do is we will continue the same tomorrow also, different set of questions on loops, right? Because we have more to discuss here, like many other concepts like break, continue are there. Which helps us to know how do you break a loop, how can you continue, when you have to continue, and certain things are there which we are going to discuss tomorrow. So thank you all for joining in, and please follow us on our Facebook and LinkedIn. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Please like,
Thank
share.
you all for joining.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Deepti. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.